Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video. This time around, we are talking about Ark Genesis. Of course, we're referring to Ark Genesis Part 2. So there have been a couple of photos that have been dropped with the Ark Genesis Part 2 coming closer to release date. It is scheduled to be, I believe, released on the 26th of May, which is kind of good because that means they kind of kept to the schedule that they promised a while back. And over here we can see the very first creature. Now this has been out for a while, but might as well just kind of cover them all in the same video. And this is a void worm, or worm, or however you pronounce that. I'm probably butchering it, but judging by the picture and the little dragon drake wyvern in the upper right corner, you can see it looks like a wyvern to me. So it's going to be basically a tech wyvern. I cannot wait to see this and see what it does, see what abilities it has. Other than that, it does look pretty cool. I do like the designs, and yes, while I have not covered much content for Ark, bearing in mind that most of my content is around guides for games such as Ark, there hasn't really been much to cover. There haven't been really many guides to make. I've made what I had to, I kind of covered all the content, and then because there hasn't really been a lot to cover because of lack of updates and new content, I just went on to other games. But that doesn't mean that I forgot about Ark. And so with Ark Genesis Part 2, I will of course be covering that. I'll be doing all the how-tos and showcases and everything. And so I'm definitely looking forward to Ark Genesis Part 2. Now the question I have on my mind is, will it release on the date that they said, or will we have to wait? Will it get postponed? That's quite interesting to see, because being postponed is something that has always happened. Now over here we have the second picture. I think this was released a couple of days ago, and I don't know what this creature is called, but as you can see, it is a bit of a cross between a platypus and some sort of flying creature. So it's got basically wings attached to its front legs, and then you got some baskets here with babies. Now apparently this thing is like a baby carrier, so to speak, and apparently it likes to steal babies and stuff like that. So that's going to be interesting to see. I'm curious to see how this will be tamed, how it actually looks. I do think it looks pretty cool. Now I'm not sure about it flying. Maybe it will fly, maybe it will glide. I don't know. I don't really tend to make guesses, but I do like the artwork and the fact that you have something to move your babies around with. That would be pretty cool. Now the question is, does it feed them? Apparently it has teeth and it can feed them and stuff like that, which again would make life that much more easier with regards to just looking after babies and breeding and stuff like that. So definitely a good looking creature, a cute looking creature that will have some functionality, and I can see that this is aimed more at the breeding side. Now most of the pictures, or half of the pictures that I've got for you to see, do make references to breeding, which is good. Basically they introduce new things. Design wise they look cool, but also a bit of a quality of life with regards to those that like to breed. So that was one of the big things that I liked to do in Ark. I did create my very own powerful army of super mutated Rexes, which were nuts. I can say that they were amazing. I do wonder if I still have them, because I haven't really been on the server for a very long time. Now, yeah, this creature is going to be interesting. I cannot wait to see it. Let's go on to the next one. And over here we have this mechanized suit, this exoskeleton, whatever it's called. I don't really have a name for it, but it does look pretty neat. I kind of wish and hope that you can also use it for combat, although I don't really see any weapons on it. But in the center you can see what would be the cockpit of this machine, which I think is cool. So definitely something to look at, something to play with. And personally speaking, I like the mech suits, so I hope that this is an improvement on the mech suits. It's going to be interesting to see what functionality this has. And if you can look at the cockpit, you can see the case, the window is partly open, which again, I don't know if that's how you get in. I mean, maybe that's how you get in it. Anyways, it's going to be an interesting machine device, whatever this is, to use. I don't know. I mean, I don't see any weapons on it, so maybe you use it to punch, but that doesn't make sense when you have the mechs that fire and have a sword and do all sorts of things. So maybe this might be something to move things around, maybe dinosaurs, I don't know. But then, judging by the size of it compared to the human, it would probably have some limitations, bearing in mind how big some dinosaurs and creatures can get in the game. So, very interesting. This, otherwise, design-wise, I personally like the way it looks. It looks really, really interesting, and I look forward to playing with this. But I can see also explosions in the background, so I wonder what that's all about. And finally, we have the last picture over here. Now, this is a machine that will apparently help you breed dinosaurs. So you can see we've got various types of eggs. They show how much they have incubated, and one thing that I can see here that I like already is it shows you the gender. Now apparently there are rumors, and I've heard that these things can show you mutations if there are any, and so we're gonna probably have a bit of fun with this as well. I mean, you can already just start targeting mutations. I think it gives you a lot of information, apparently, mutations, colors, stuff like that, stats. So that is going to definitely be very, very useful to have, especially for someone who likes to breed for mutations, whether it's color mutations, stat mutations, stuff like that. So these are some of the things coming to the game. I think this one device right here is the one that's got me the most interested in testing out and playing with. Definitely going to make life that much easier when it comes to breeding. Although, to be fairly honest, at this point in the game, building a breeding room wasn't all that complicated. I already had my own special design set out for it. But that's pretty much all I had to share with you guys. I do hope that you are looking forward to it. I know I'm looking forward to Genesis Part 2. And let's see if the devs actually stick to the date that they have promised us. So according to these pictures, it's meant to go live on the 26th of May. And I'm definitely looking forward to it. With that being said and done, that is pretty much it for this video. I'll see you later in a next video. Until next time, stay safe, folks.